So can we start by maybe talking us through the journey that you've taken up to your mum needing care?
Yes, Mum's mental state began to become obvious, I suppose 3 years ago. She was living with us at the time, although we'd kept her home going. But it became obvious that she needed more care than I could provide myself. And so she moved back down into her own home with carers who would stay with her at night, provide her meals. But they weren't 24/7 carers as such. There were times when she was left on her own, and at that time that was perfectly okay. But then it became obvious that she did need someone here all the time for her own safety and well-being. And so that was when we started to look at 24/7 care.
What options were open to you at the time?
Well, I suppose the two main options were either 24/7 care or putting her into a residential home, which we didn't want to do. We wanted to keep her in her own home as long as we could. Already it was becoming apparent that if she was in a crowd of people or there wasn't a certain routine, then that made her worse, that aggravated her condition. And so the option of finding someone to do 24/7 care was the best one for us, really.
So why Helping Hands?
Why Helping Hands? We interviewed 1 or 2 agencies who could provide 24/7 care, but when Helping Hands came, and they came within a couple of days of my phone call, they used all the right words. They were the ones that said, yes, we understand about your mum's condition. We look after lots of people like your mum. We have people who are used to it. We know the sort of help and assistance she needs. They asked all the right questions. They talked about companionship, security, enabling her rather than her being disabled, being unable to do things. And it all just sounded right.
And did it prove to be right as well? What sort of difference has it made to your mum?
It has made so much difference. She is so much more contented. She seems to see the same faces all the time. She doesn't have to worry, and neither do I, about someone different coming in to prepare her meal or put her to bed or be with her. Rosemary's there all the time. So she's got constant companionship. She and Rosemary get on like a house on fire. Rosemary looks after all her personal needs, her medical needs. I can always rely on Rosemary to spot anything that's going wrong, and Rosemary will automatically get help, get a doctor, get the district nurse in, whatever. There is just such a change in Mum. She's just so much more content, so much less confused, although obviously some days she's more confused than others, but everything has just proved to just work out so well. Even when Rosemary isn't here, and obviously she has to have holidays and breaks, the people who Helping Hands send are very, very capable, and they all just do a wonderful, wonderful job.
And how do you work alongside Rosemary in looking after Barbara?
Well, we rub along quite nicely. Rosemary always tells me what help I can give her, and I just help out where I can. And it's a pleasure to be able to come down here and be able to sit with Mum and talk about things, and not worry that I should be doing something else, or preparing something, or doing something, or going and getting something. I know that the time I've got with Mum now is quality time, and that's really good.
What would you say to other people who may find themselves in a similar position, and it can produce some enormous challenges, great frustrations, and sometimes you can feel incredibly isolated. What would you say to them?
Talk to Helping Hands. They can just take so much off your mind, so much worry, so much of the responsibility. You're still there, you're still involved, but you've got someone like Rosemary who is there to take really, really good care of Mum. Make sure she gets all she needs. It's just a wonderful service that she and they provide.